NBC News reports the Department of Energy, led by Colorado fracking executive Chris Wright, is now scrambling to unfire nuclear security workers who were terminated in the federal workforce purge being led by billionaire Elon Musk. NBC obtained an email showing the National Nuclear Security Administration is struggling to get in touch with the people who were fired, asking former coworkers to pass along their personal emails. Wright was picked by President Trump to lead the Department of Energy because Wright shares Trump's drill baby drill strategy. Wright has said that there is no climate crisis and that, quote, the hype over wildfires is just hype. But his department's burning need now is to find some of the nuclear security workers they just canned. Now, Wright surely must have known that his department only has limited authority over oil and gas drilling, but that America's doomsday weapons would be his responsibility. Now, that said, according to Vanity Fair, Trump's first-term energy secretary pick, Rick Perry, reportedly didn't realize he'd be in charge of America's nukes. Thankfully, Colorado's Chris Wright does know he's in charge of the nukes. We know he knows because he recently told CNBC that Elon Musk's cost cutters do not have access to America's nuclear secrets, just the workforce stuff. And thankfully, Wright has not proposed combining his lifelong passion, fracking for oil and gas, with his newfound access to America's nuclear weapons, because we've tried that in Colorado. It was 1969, Project Rulison, a 40-ton underground nuke blown up in Garfield County. It loosed a bunch of natural gas, but made it radioactive. Americans were naturally hesitant to cook with natural gas they feared would make them glow. The decades-long cleanup of America's attempt to nuke baby nuke in Colorado was carried out by, you guessed it, the Department of Energy. Yet another lesser-known function of that department. If you happen to have the personal email of a newly fired Department of Energy employee, maybe send them a thank you for their work and let them know the office is looking for them.